Hi there. Before we get into the first module, I want to give a bit of background information on House of Work Academy and why I created it. So, I grew up an athlete, and some of my best memories come from those days. Sports taught me discipline, hard work, and respect. But unfortunately, an injury ended my dream of playing professionally, and that sent me into a spiral. But I wasn't just grieving the loss of that dream. I was afraid of change, afraid I wouldn't be enough in a new chapter. What I eventually realized is that resilience comes from preparation. It comes from learning the skills that make you valuable, no matter what changes come your way. And right now, the biggest shift we're all facing is the rise of AI. The problem is, the systems we rely on don't really prepare us for this. They don't show us how to adapt in a way that's practical and personal. Now, as you can see here, these are the 10 modules of House of Work Academy. But I want to emphasize that this course is more than about learning skills. It's about building resilience so you can create a niche, grow an audience, and step into a future where your work actually feels meaningful. Which brings me to the 10 resilience rules in the age of AI. Number 1, do not drift. Avoid living without purpose, goals, or direction. Number 2, do not give in to fear, especially fear of poverty, criticism, old age, or death. Number 3, do not neglect self-discipline. Without control of your thoughts and actions, you become controlled by outside forces. Number 4, this one's a given. Do not surround yourself with negative influences. Toxic environments, poor associations, and destructive media breed failure. Number 5, do not ignore habits, because bad habits grow stronger with repetition and will dominate you. Number 6, do not conform blindly. Following traditions or authority without critical thought leads to enslavement. Number 7, and this is the biggest one, do not avoid failure. Fearing mistakes or setbacks prevents growth and independence. Number 8, and you're already following this one, do not let education stop at school. Memorization without independent thought leaves you vulnerable. Number 9, do not live reactively. Success requires productivity and intentional living, not reacting to the circumstances. And number 10, do not compromise your definiteness of purpose. Losing sight of your vision and mission allows fear to take control. So my hope is that between the 10 modules and the 10 rules, you're beginning to understand internal versus external work. Because knowing the difference between working on yourself as an individual and the value you offer is crucial to being resilient. The internal work being your character, and the external work being the value you create. Now, it took me years of late nights, trial and error, and hard introspection to build the skills I needed. But the reward was priceless. Freedom of mind, freedom of time, and freedom from worrying about money. More than that, I found fulfillment in my work. And now, I want to help you get there too, but much faster. And so, how do we get there? Well, there are 4 themes to the House of Work Academy: character, niche, marketing, and scale. In Module 1, we'll talk a lot about character, individualization, knowing your purpose, setting goals, and holding yourself accountable to those goals and purpose. Next, we'll talk about how to discover your niche. What clients do you want to serve? What content do you want to produce? What service are you going to offer? And how are you going to monetize it all? Next, we'll talk about marketing. Who is your audience? And what is your brand? And how do you use that brand to reach your audience, aka marketing? And last but certainly not least, the scale portion of the academy, where we'll look at examples of processes and what technology you can use to automate those processes. We'll also learn about what it means to have a data-driven mindset, and last but not least, how you're going to run your business with a team of either humans, AI, or a combination of both. And there is a reason that there are two paths here on this graphic. Because when you reach your goals, you either did so as a part of the problem or the solution. Because when we, as individuals, prepare ourselves and support each other, money stops becoming the main motivator. It simply becomes a tool to keep creating and serving our communities, and that's when we all begin to experience real freedom. So, if you're ready to build resilience in an AI-driven world, let's get started.